Good morning, guys. It is Zack, and this is my weekly update video. And I had some ideas for how to record today's video because this was actually a very productive week, and I've had a lot of mental clarity on certain things and a lot of improvement that I'm very satisfied with. So I think the best move to do at the moment is to switch to my charting software and we can start talking about some things. Also, let me make my camera not ridiculously huge because I was testing something. Bloop. Alright, so there we are. So here's the deal. This morning I woke up with fresh inspiration from, I don't know, last night being a fun night or something, and actually this past week was actually quite productive overall, I would say. So, I thought I'd go through a couple strategies and just talk about my week in terms of music and software and like business and health, maybe relationships too. Not 100% sure yet, but at least those. And actually, I did have an idea for a structure, so it was like basically what happened last week. And then my strategy for the next one moving forward. So, let's talk, I guess, in order. Let's start with health. So, my health has actually been great. Like, no real complaints there. I've been practicing handstands, and that's been fun. And I had the idea of, like, a progression. So, basically, every single day, I have a couple goals. Strength, physique, which is more so just like physique aesthetics, and skill right now. So these are kind of my top focuses. Like, I want to be super jacked and, look like one of those like super strong like anime guys. Not like extremely large and buff or whatever, but like the ones that are like a ninja. It's like, I don't know, they just look cool. So, right, so we got a few parts here. So aesthetic, that's fun. And I'm going to show like the workouts that I'm doing. So aesthetic and strength. And because, why do I want aesthetic? Because one, I think it looks cool too. I know girls appreciate it. So that's part of it. And they also appreciate strength. And I mean, like, in my opinion, every guy should be strong for... like I think every person should be strong because it just makes life a lot easier. So that's something, or it makes life lighter, I should say. So strength, aesthetics, and skill. I think it looks really, really cool. So what am I practicing currently every day? So my main like skill I'm working on right now is handstands, and then my general exercises range around push-ups for chest. So I want my chest to be bigger. Leg raises for abs, and it does work out more than just like chest, but that's my primary purpose of doing it. And then not every day do I do pull-ups, but sometimes, or a few days a week. So I do pull-ups, and I've actually been very consistent this last week. So part of the reason you work out, and this is, well, I won't go meta here, but like part of the reason you work out, or that I work out, I should say, is so you can sleep better. Because if you have a lot of stored up energy by the time you're like resting, yeah, like it's just a lot harder to fall asleep. Same with, like, it's also important to get sunlight and all that stuff. So yeah, also important. Anyways, so where was I? Push-ups, pull-ups, leg raises, and I do squats. That sounded funny. Squats as well. Not every single day again, but so like normally it's like I do like 3 exercises per day, besides adding like a walk. Sometimes a run if the weather's nice, but yeah, normally there's some level of walking or performing that's just like cardio. Like it's kind of like daily, like cardio of the day plus sometimes the long walk. Some version of daily cardio. Now, if I had a girlfriend at the moment, there'd probably be one more. But yeah, we know what that means. So, that's what we got. Pull-ups. Let's see. Handstands. Yeah, that's that. And yep, walk. Yeah, that's pretty much it on the exercise thing. So, and there is a progression on the handstands. So like here we have, well, like what I want to build towards is I want to be able to do one arm handstands eventually. But first I need to be able to stand on, like, do a handstand without wall. And that's what I'm trying to figure out the balance to do. So, handstand without the wall. Eventually, I don't know how far of a progression that is. Also, my mouse keeps moving here. Right, so this is my handstand progression, and then I want to do, there are a lot of other cool calisthenics moves I want to do, but this is the main one I'm focusing on right now. So, handstand without wall. At some point in the unknown amount of future, I want to do one arm handstands. So that's strategy. Right, and all of that is just so I can sleep well, be strong, look great, and feel great, quite frankly, because yeah, in my opinion, that's a good way to have a good life and have good mental health and have that part covered. Besides the food, like, the only thing on food is, well, my best strategy is eat a lot of meat, eat steak and eggs, and basically, if you can just do that, then you're solid. if you have money for like salmon and stuff every day, then also add that. But I'm a bit not in the that space at the moment. So, but also I will say it's a very efficient diet for gaining strength and losing weight. So, like, steak and eggs is all you need, in my opinion. Chicken's good too, but I appreciate steak. It gives me a lot of energy. So, there's that. Next. Yeah, this feels really like a me video. Sorry to be meta there. So, right. And then next, we're going to move on to, okay, yeah. So I've been doing this like every day, basically. So some level of this, and this is like the goals that I'm building towards. Because, like, okay, so here's the other part of this. In my opinion, you should be strong. Like, I'll say this as a man because that's just the role that I happen to be in. So, as a man, in my opinion, assuming that at least you're in my shoes and you're like a straight guy and you're trying to, you know, make the most out of your life, I think it makes a lot of sense to have strength, one, for, like, eventually, or I should say even if you have a family. So, like you don't necessarily have to do it for aesthetic, but to have strength, having strength is a lot better than being weak. It's like how it's like how being rich is a lot better than being poor. Not all the time, because you should still be like have a balance of like happiness, and you know, there's a whole way of there is a flow of doing things. But I will say, between being broke and having money, that having money is, well, it is better, like, at least enough to like survive and like have a little bit of comfort, I would say, or stability in a nice place that also has a lot of growth potential. Like, yeah, I would say it's overall pretty useful. It won't solve all your problems, but it will solve, or it can solve a lot of problems. At the same time, being poor, or being not poor but close to broke, it also eventually, if you do it right, it can give you a lot of creativity. And like rich and poor, like they're kind of, I hate to say it, but like they are kind of mindsets. And I say this as someone who is currently losing money every month, and like have maybe like a few months of runway, and I just happen to have low living expenses. So yeah, either way, that's more of a complicated thing. But I will say, overall, in my experience, it's better to be strong than physically weak. So, and it sets you up for a long, happy life in the future. So that's the thing. Let me think here. What else we got going on? Yeah, so good sleep, all of that stuff. I do this almost pretty much every day, because every time I don't do it, I feel like death. Yeah, and I've also, I have a buddy here. His name's, well, I'll leave his name out for now, but I have a good buddy I like to walk with. Yeah, so if you have friends you can like go on walks and stuff with, I think that's also a good thing. Makes it more fun. What's next? And I mean like friends, not just like a random person who like you kind of like like otherwise just it's like have like a proper friend who you like have fun with. Like that's the ideal scenario. So next, let's talk about money and that situation. So this week I had a few things. So one is my usual Kenny call. He's easily like my favorite client. Well, he's yeah, like we're good friends at this point. So it's really nice having that call weekly. And I had a couple of new clients who were for code mentoring. So there's code mentoring calls. Basically, I was helping them with Python related stuff, and basically getting them set up on AI and some tools. And it's actually been really useful for remembering how to teach people software. It's giving me a lot of ideas for future content. So, what's next here? Kenny call. Yeah, basically all of these were code mentoring calls, and then my one music production student moved to tomorrow, so that'll happen then. Also, there was another piece here. What was it? Code mentoring calls, music production, Kenny call. God, I feel like there was another one. It escapes me at the moment. But basically that's what happened there. And on the growth side, like there's kind of some things that are a bit hidden right now, or like that are a bit of a work in progress. So with one friend, I'm planning on doing kind of like a software development or software dev builder workshop, something like this. I haven't decided the name yet, but essentially it's something like this. So that's one thing. And that's going to be like a free event in an attempt to do marketing. But like there's a weird thing where like for some reason a lot of my my friends don't consider like normally if you have like an event idea, it's like not everyone has the idea to actually like create like an interest form. And it's kind of the same with like business and money funnels. So that is like having a form that qualifies leads. Form that qualifies leads. There's probably a better name for that. But like having like an interest form to be like, okay, it's like maybe we don't have the event until we have like 20 people interested or something, just to make it more worth it for everyone involved. Also, I realized like there's a lot of even like performers who on one hand it's good that they focus on content or on like actual music practice because you need to, but what there is a lack of, at least where I am, is or I wouldn't say just where I am, but like in a lot of places, there's kind of a lack of like content. Like people don't always have this mind for like content. So like maybe it's just not their priority, but in my humble opinion, it definitely should be if you want marketing material. So where was I? Software dev workshop. There is I collaborated with my friend Hugo on on a few things related to Basically, he's a high-end like photographer and videographer. Like he has all of the nice equipment and can take really good content. And on last Friday, no, Thursday, no, Sunday, Sunday or Saturday, I'm pretty sure. We recorded several reels for my, or I guess you could say like music cover videos, just to have high quality content, and I actually start implementing my ideas there. So collaboration videos with Hugo. That's fun. What else in the last week? Yeah, I've had a lot of content ideas as well. So I won't really show those, but essentially I have like this spreadsheet template that I've been kind of utilizing. Let me see. Maybe I can pull it up. Sheets.google. Or at least a template version. Not that I'm super confident some people will watch this. So, content, everything. Yeah, like I wouldn't say there's anything too proprietary here, but I've been capturing my ideas, and so basically it's like, I'm working on this template of like, okay, these are the ideas, these are like what's done, what's their status, what's their like type, are they a part of a series like the Zack Life update video that I'm doing, and yeah. I've been using this to kind of come up with ideas and all that sort of thing. Also, another thing that I'm actually pretty okay with sharing is Buffer. So, I tried Social Pilot last week, but it turns out all of these platforms have a limitation. Buffer is the one that kind of I stuck with, or that in my opinion was the most useful. Also, their support is really good. So I'm pretty satisfied with how good their support is, and like they write like English speakers, so it's very it's a very good company, I would say. So if you're like a solo creator, I would actually recommend Buffer, and they're not paying me to do this or to say this, at least at the moment. If I can get them to, then that would be awesome. So let's go back to the map. Bleep. Sorry, my point here was that it's an omni-posting app, and it lets you schedule and post content across places. The only limitation that this one and others have is that you cannot, you can't upload long-form video, only, like, vertical videos, and, yeah, like, horizontal, it's a bit odd. It doesn't always treat it that way. So, like, anything that's not long form videos, you're pretty much fine. Other than that, it's kind of a pain in the butt. So, let's see. So, that's like that. So, with all the money and jazz, content ideas. Yeah, so, let me think. So, forms. Yeah, so there's kind of a funnel strategy. So here's the thing about what I'm doing and the strategy behind my goals. So personally, I'm someone who doesn't want a job, and I don't think. Well, let me hold on. Let me think about how to say that. Like I work, just like I don't want like a job and like a proper boss. I prefer like having clients and customers, like any I think knowledgeable entrepreneur has. If you're part of a good team, that's good, and I'm happy for you. But yeah, where I'm at and what I'm trying to do is like I really appreciate my free time and my artistic, maybe autistic schedule. So what I think about is the following: I think about money, how to get more of it. I don't think about like getting a job per se, because that's just like one way. But really what you need to think about is income. So that's why they call it like income streams, is like You need to actually focus on earning the sales, because how do you get that? Through sales. You get income through sales always. It always comes through sales. Whether it's your parents gifting you money, whether it is your, I don't know, whether you sell like furniture or software development courses or calls or consulting or whatever. At some point in every single business, it comes back to sales. So I am working on a few ways to get there, because ideally you're doing something that earns you money that will also position you in a good place like in the future. So or like it's meaningful. So I found that there's three parts to motivation, and I maybe I pulled this from some other sources, maybe not, I don't know, but it just populated from my brain. So these pillars are money. So technically this is like a lower level of like survival, you could say. So like money helps you both survive and, I'm gonna say, thrival, even though it's not perhaps legally a word, but money helps you survive and thrive. So money is important. If people don't get paid enough, then they're like, okay, I like this thing, but I gotta eat. Which is also kind of why I'm not fully like only focused on music at the moment. So there's fun. Actually, there was one more before that, which is meaning. So is what you're doing meaningful to you or whoever you're trying to inspire to work with you? And there is fun, which is like, is this actually a fun collaboration that you could see working? So yeah, that's one part of, or this is all part of motivation, right? So I'm not like a trained psychologist or something, though I am building an app called Reflector that is I've showed it to psychologists, or at least psychologist students, and they're a fan. Actually, most people who have actually showed it are a fan of it. So yeah, that's interesting. Either way, but like I focused a lot on my own, and I tend to populate things that end up like after a long time of simmering ideas. Whenever they finally cool down, that's when I think they're like accurate, like this one. And I have these as sticky notes on my wall. So here are the places where I kind of have an idea on how to make money. So there's Reflector, which this will be a SaaS model to some degree for people who wish to use the AI. And I'd like to keep the actual journal part free as much as possible. But like if they want like some custom features for like the backgrounds and stuff, maybe maybe they want like a whole lot of extra ones or something. I don't know. Like whatever actually makes sense to like charge for, because I want Reflector to be just an absolutely amazing app. And if you haven't seen it already, well, I will show you eventually. So that's a SaaS app. So I have Reflector. Which I actually didn't work a whole lot on last week. But I will say I have been using it with its new music functionality. Or actually, I don't know if I made that video. But I did add, if I didn't, then I did add nature sounds to it. So that's a thing. And I think that's pretty cool. It was like a long time feature that I wanted. And I fixed a few bugs. So, Reflector. There are my coaching calls, which I personally get through a fun little automation funnel. So that is through Code Mentor. I haven't had any calls through Wyzant, so for right now it's just Code Mentor and my already existing clientele. So, all of this comes to income. So sales, reflector, which for this I just need users. Users and paywall, I would say, because I also don't have the paywall implemented. Let me see here. So coaching calls. Yeah, so there's also the idea of courses and, well, let me think. More like premium communities, like a school community. So I do have that as an idea, but that does kind of require having an audience already. Though some people on school do say that they have the audience as well. Or like you can get members to your school that are also how do I put this? Let's see. Like you can get people from this like school platform, which is pretty cool, and Alex Hormozy's behind it. The other guy I'm not a huge fan of, but Alex Hormozy is pretty cool. So let's see. So in order to do this, well, all of that, I'll get back to the audience piece. So this is kind of an off to the side option, and for that I will actually wrap it in dotted lines just to make it a little less transparent there. All right. So school community. What's next? There is bloop. YouTube views essentially, and there's also music gigs, which we'll come back to that. And well, like so basically is like you have these ideas for income streams, and you want to make yourself and the results like you want to make yourself as attractive as possible in order for receiving these. So while like that might look like, or that what that might look like is like in a form of outreach, but essentially you want to make it as easy for your, well, like I would say in life, you want to make it as easy to attract the things that you want as possible. And I know that sounds like law of attraction, but I mean that like functionally. Like you want to make it very convenient for someone to like do the things that you want. So like for example in dating or something is like you got to look at the product. like if you're someone who like doesn't really feel so good about themselves, and that was me, and like I was very weak, and I like, you know, like everyone's learning at their own pace, just it's not always clear, and for me that's annoying. But like yeah, if you build up your product really well, like if you yourself are like not just telling yourself you're a champion, but like you're like really a champion, then yeah, like it becomes a lot easier. Like if you smell nice, you're going to be more attractive than someone who smells like death. If you, and I say this as someone who goes to like a gym, and some people there, god damn, are they smelly. Yeah, like there's ways of making yourself attractive. Like if you're definitely able to provide someone a result, if you get your post or your ad and have it be entertaining or very useful to a person, and you put it right in front of their face, like, and it's just a few clicks away before they can receive some level of value, like Temu, for example, like very low cost products that are actually very quality, and even if they don't come the same day, it's like they're still good and for a great price. So you know, there's value there. Or like there's kind of a lot of options. It's like if you're Elon Musk and you want to attract, you know, going to Mars or whatever, it's like, okay, he was like he was uniquely positioned to be able to do that. And like how do you make that be closer to reality? Well, if you have a lot of smart people working on a project, it's just logic. Like it's just that's just how you can kind of view that. So one of the ways I also make money is YouTube ads. So, and this isn't a large amount at the moment, but I do plan on scaling that up because it's very useful, and it helps me build a huge audience. So yeah, that's audience kind of another benefit there. So there's school community as an option. I do want more music gigs, But like my goal is still actually to be a music artist. So I have a music strategy that I want to make a video about and go over. Perhaps not today because this video is already going on for quite long, and it will continue to do so. But let's see. So YouTube ads is a way to earn money. So that is not necessarily sales, but it's kind of sales. Like you got to sell people to watch your video. So there's that. And for music gigs, like when I say gig here, like I actually mean like music shows. Like I want to put on shows. I want people to buy tickets. I want sales and yeah, music shows. Like I want to put on like absolutely amazing performances that blow people's minds, and then have them come to some events, buy tickets, enjoy the amazing music I plan on creating alone or with friends. So that's that. Let's see. Actually, we had a creative. Me and my buddy had a creative side business for my friend, or for the jam session I go to, which is a essentially paid photography. So like kind of like how like if you go on an amusement park ride, like you can pay to get like photos. So we want to do that, but with high quality photo and video content for artists. So like for performers who play at Liquid or at the place where I go to play music, which currently is in Liquid Ambar, Coimbra. It's not really a secret. I post it everywhere. So, and like I go to a few other ones as well. But yeah, we came up with an idea for like offering professional like content because I think like if you're an artist who wants to make it, or if you're just someone who wants a really cool memory, I think that helps. And I also had the idea of doing like performance classes, so like giving basically classes that help people have confidence before they finally perform. Talking about like singing and how to like kind of manage, quote unquote, manage the band, or like be comfortable with other people playing along with them. So yeah, that's a thing. Let me think. Yeah, so like eventually I do want to be like more on the music artist side, in which case what am I selling there? Streams on platforms. It could be vinyl, which personally I don't buy, so like I don't get that, but like I know some people are into that. You can be merchandise, technically. It can be back to shows again. So like ideally for me it goes back to shows no matter what, because I like performing, I like making music, and I like the attention. So that's just me right now. But like I think if you're getting attention for like the thing you want to get attention for, then I think it's a good thing, because like then it's like, hey everyone, this is how I get my value and provide my value to the world. So it's like I'm not afraid to chase attention. I'm not afraid of that. It's like Mr. Beast. Like people hate on him for like using using homeless people for clout, let's say. But like he's not just using homeless people. Like he's helping out the homeless people, like by giving them like $10,000 to like change their life completely. Like it's still helping. It's like, oh, he's just exploiting. It's like, dude, do you know what exploit means? It means to make the maximum use of something. Like, the thing is, like, in life, you should make the maximum use of something. Like, yourself. Like, it has a negative connotation, and, like, it can maybe be used in some ways, but, I don't know, dude. It's like, in my opinion, like, you should make the most out of whatever you're doing. Ideally in a way that's, like, helpful for everyone. So, maybe the word isn't exploit, but it's like, if it's a win-win situation, that's not, like, bad. It's not a dumb thing to do. And, like, honestly, if you think that, like I was a bit confused about it just because I was chronically online. And, but, yeah, like, it's smart to make win-win situations. That's how you win. because that's how both people win. So if you're not winning, then there's no point in doing something. And if they're not winning, then it's good for you, but not necessarily good for them. So what do we do here? School, community, music artist, shows. Yeah, so these are kind of my my ideas for income streams. And then there's like the liquid ambar thing that I might have a piece of. Or pretty sure I do, but like we're only starting like today, so that's new. Also, I noticed I use a lot thanks to Reflector. Turns out I have some filler words that I need to work on. So let's see. Yeah, so all of that, coaching calls, and I also want to pull this from like for music as well. So not just that, but oops. How do I send it to the back? Range, send it back. Right. So I do want to have music up in here. Like I want to teach basically software development and music, and how like whether that comes from YouTube videos or school community or courses or whatever, is like I want to have like a lot of these options. So my thing it's not trading. Like if I have someone who can like really teach me how to trade successfully, then I can focus on it. Because having a good mentor in anything is good. Having a not good mentor in anything is, and like also not having the time to do something is not so good. So there's that. What else? I think that's pretty much it for like money strategy. Like basically I just kind of slowly work on each of these things until it finally works. Honestly, I don't know if there's anything else to really talk about on that front. No, you know what? Okay, let's actually talk about music. I want to talk about music. So, last week, I was doing a lot of piano practice. So I'm learning a blues song. I'm relearning Lullaby, Lullaby from the book Alfred's piano book. I learned it a long time ago, but like I refreshed it yesterday, and it's one of the ones where like I don't want to like lose it, and I did. So I refreshed that on my piano right here that you can't fully see because it's all blurry. But yeah, that's the thing. And then I need to refine, or I have been working on refining Lucifer, Wicked Game, and God, I am so excited because it's getting smoother and smoother every single day. So that's good. Also, I won't arrow these yet. So Lullaby, and then there's a fun there's a fun blues song I'm learning. What is it called? Jalaus. I don't really know how to say this, but Jalaus blues, like that. And there is also what's the other one? 1,000 Miles. So I'm learning 1,000 Miles by Vanessa Carlton because like in my God. So I have this thing about how my mind works, where like if there's a song that's like really like stand out, or really stand out, I try to I don't know, like it's kind of like a taste thing. So it's like some artists, like it's hard to find, for me it's hard to find an artist that has like a lot of songs that I'll listen to. In fact, there's very few. So like Ben Howard is one of the ones that I actually like a lot of his songs, as well as Sophie Tucker. Like they have a lot of just bangers. But like other than that, there's not a lot of artists that I've listened to that have like a lot of songs that are, I'm just like, wow, that's amazing. But they'll have like one really good one. So but I don't know if it's like an ADHD thing, but like I like to try a lot of things so I know like what's good, and like I do judge. Like so I do compare, and I judge and build a level of discernment for that sort of things, for those sorts of things. And yeah, so like my piano teacher Grace, she told me that my like the songs that I'm learning are like kind of random. But the thing is like I like showstoppers. Like I like songs that are um that I think at least are songs that are like so good or sound so good or are so recognized um that like it's enough to make people stop. Now, like that is relative because like there's some Portuguese songs I don't know that I've seen like a lot of people stop for here. But like when people hear 1,000 miles, like they always light up. And people don't know it yet, but like this is gonna be awesome when I play it on piano, because it's straight from the show Lucifer. So that's good. Also, I have Natural, which people have asked me plenty of times what this song is. So this one I already know, and this is purely on my piano stuff. I also know Valzer de Inverno, which is the Winter Waltz song. I know Song of Storms by Koji Kondo, which is from Zelda, and it's the most like iconic tune that I heard as a like growing up from that series, so I like it. There's another one too, but there's a lot actually that Zelda has that I could probably learn, but this one stood out the most to me. Next, that's actually part of like my main songs, and then there is Once Upon a Frozen Winter by Heather Hammond. So this one like some of these are just like learning pieces, so like these were learning pieces. Also, yeah, this was like from a free place, so I don't actually know who wrote that one. So like these are kind of like side songs that I know, like that are more so for learning some concept. And then these are like the actual like show songs that I want. So also Lullaby, it's just classic. So like it's for me, it's funny. So like technically that was also a learning song, but that one kind of was both for me. And eventually I want to be so good to where like I could do whatever song, but right now it's like I want to focus on the showstoppers. And I will say Wicked Game is by far, like, in terms of difficulty, like this is probably the hardest one I've learned so far. And what I'm building towards, there's a couple of songs. So there's Rocket Man by Elton John. Rocket Man burning out his fuse up there alone. There's Rocket Man, and there's also what's the other one? Oh yeah, Mozart's. Or no, I think it's either Mozart or Beethoven. I'm gonna say Beethoven as my guess, but Moonlight Sonata, third movement. Oh, I heard this in an Apache song, and it's so good. It's so amazing. Oh man, I feel like I need to learn this one. Like after Lucifer, or I should say while, and before Rocket Man, I'm learning some easier songs. So those easier songs include 1,000 Miles by Vanessa Carlton, and Too Late to Apologize by I think it's Timbaland and Justin, maybe not Justin Timberlake. Let me see. Too Late to Apologize. I think it's just called Apologize. Oh, One Republic, right. Yeah, so Too Late to Apologize by Timbaland and One Republic. Because it's just so iconic. Also, now that I remember, there's another one called what's it called? Oh, it's called Ride. I'm gonna ride. It's like kind of a classic one. Oh yeah, Ride by Somo. So actually, I do kind of know the ones for this already. So Ride. And the lyrics don't really make sense, but it is like it's a beautiful song. I'll be honest. It's a. I'm always honest, but yeah, it is a beautiful song. So these are the easier ones. This one, it's not as much of a priority as these two because I don't have the sheet music for that yet. Though my singing has improved dramatically, I will say. Let's see. So yeah, so these I know. Bleep bleep. Magnetize them. These are the ones I'm gonna learn. This is one that I'm gonna learn, but later. This is one that is also kind of like a funny in the middle song. And actually, like 1,000 Miles is kind of that way too. But these are like the main showstoppers. These are like just fun ones. And then Rocket Man will be a part of that show-stopping series, but I think that one is going to be harder than Lucifer. So Wicked Game by Lucifer will be epic. And then eventually at some point Moonlight Sonata. So this is like the order. Yeah. Besides this one I'm actively learning, and it's more of a exercise one, but it's still kind of nice though. So it's like these are like nice to haves. These are essentials. These are my progress path. These are songs that are also my progress path. Actually. That's like that. Boom. Nice. Yeah, so these are going to be kind of like similarly placed. So this one I don't know when I'll learn, but I do plan on learning this one before Rocket Man, and I might throw Ride by Somo there as well. So that's fun. What else? Yeah, so that's basically my piano track. Excuse me. What else I got here? Right, so that's my piano practice. On my artist track. So I'll actually give like my general music strategy and how I plan on like making this succeed and becoming this like attractive musical talent that has the like I want to give myself the most potential to be famous, but like there also is like the creation side. So like you need to not only know how to perform well, which is why I'm learning piano. It's kind of like the skill is like the raw materials, because I like to understand like music theory as well. It's not necessarily required, but you do need like I don't know. It's a bit complicated, but you do need to make music. So let me share my overall strategy. So right now, my focus is on getting better. So that's why I'm doing a few things, which is practice, piano, singing, guitar. Then you also need to collaborate and perform. So both of these are skills in and of their own. So there's performing, there's solo, and a side part that you should definitely invest in if you're a musician is collaboration. So this is literally just going to events like jam sessions. Personally, I don't really care to go to a lot of other people's shows. There are some situations, but like unless I'm actually performing there, I want to be like I want to be the artist. So while I would love to go to like a Sophie Tucker concert, like there's a lot of performances where it's like I do respect like my friends and they are like super talented musicians, but like, you know, it's like they already have their show. It's like I'm trying to build to that. So, you know, you actually gotta do the work there. So either way, when you collaborate and you go to like some jam session type events, you can find some other really cool people, or like basically if you want to make it and get like attention, you want to collaborate as much as possible and with people who are actually of talent that is like if you're not that good, they should be above you, ideally, just so you can see like what's there. But you also need to practice to get better. So, uh, yeah, so you do need to practice, but they should be like once you have like some level of whatever. Like ideally, you should always perform with people better than you, and then like you'll learn really quick. Like it's like where you're messing up or where your bad spots are, and then you need to work on those. So you perform on your own or whatever. You get feedback from the audience, but that is a skill in and of itself. And then you collaborate, and that is how you start to have a lot more fun, and then stop trying to only be a solo act, and you can be like, hey, I have this cool idea. You want to collaborate, want to team up. So performing, collaboration, these are well, okay, you definitely have to perform. Collaboration, that is a fun add-on, I would say. Both of these are very useful skills, and you need to learn how to like manage a band and all that stuff. Right. So if our goal is like paid gigs, let's say, here's the thing. You need to be an exceptional talent, and you need to go to a place where your music would actually help someone make money. Or it has to be like an event, like like someone would want your music there and be willing to pay you. So you need to like at this point you could talk to restaurants, and like you have to make it realistic for your setup. So like I don't have a car, like I am not going to go and buy a bunch of speakers or whatever. But if you are in a place that is somewhat walkable, or some restaurants that are already known for playing music, then it can make sense to go and perform there for you. Some people, they're willing to do the whole setup. Personally, I just prefer to be the artist. Like, if I like really had to, it's like I'll bring my guitar and stuff, but I don't really care for all the technical setup, though. Maybe it'll happen. I don't know. Either way, ideally you have paid gigs. Like there's a restaurant here that already has a grand piano that I play at currently for free, but eventually once I get better and have a nice song portfolio that I'm building, I'll perform there, and then I'll be like, hey, look, I'm pretty great at this point. maybe if I'm attracting customers and I'm building fans, then that's my way to go. So we're building here, so you need to get better, you need to perform, you need to collaborate. And 2, you need to actually outreach, or it's like talk to businesses and events and fans of your music. So like you want to start collecting people is the thing. So like you want to talk to people, who enjoyed your performance, and like just talk to people, get to know them, and then eventually you'll have like a huge following and a huge fan base. Assuming that they actually liked your stuff. And then like eventually, like when you have your show or whatever, like when you have your own stuff, show, merch, whatevs. Like if you can get people to be like really big fans of you, and and of your music. So sometimes people can just be fans of your music. But like if you can also get them to be a fan of you as like a person or as an artist, like whatever role that is, then you can have like if you find people who are willing to actually like pay for your stuff, then like you can have an income off of music. It's just logic after that point. Like there is a lot of like AI artists, but like you won't. Maybe you will like someday if you're chronically online, but I don't want to make predictions about AI because at this point I believe anything's possible. But if you're a good enough artist, like there is still value in like human made things. And I would say a lot. I arguably even more than AI. Because if something is like easy, like it's like I don't like it's cool that AI can make certain songs, and some of them are, I'll admit, they're pretty goddamn good, and it can help your process. And actually, the whole goal of music and music production and everything is that your your goal is to make an idea that's in your head into the real world ideally as quickly as possible. Like, you want to realize things. That's all that every single skill that you ever learn should probably be. Is like, you have an idea or you want to make something happen. You need to have the sharpened practice in order to realize that, and ideally do it like quickly. That's why businesses make money, is they're just saving time, like making some sort of value a reality for you. So there's that. Yeah, so either way, yeah, you get fans, you talk to people, you perform really, really well, and you impress, and also, if you're a man of action, actions do speak louder than words, and I will say women do appreciate talent. So, that's fun. Let me see, what else? But, like, people appreciate talent, but it depends on what your goals are in life. So, let's see. Yeah, so like that's kind of the overall thing, is like I just want to get like really, 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 really good at music. And quite frankly, if I took on like a full-time job right now, and why I prefer coaching calls is because like they don't take up like all of my time. So even if I'm not rich right now, it's like I have all of my time to practice my fucking piano or make music or whatever, even though maybe I'm not balling in a mansion yet or whatever. Maybe never, because mansions are huge and I like efficiency. But I, at the same time, never had a mansion. So, yeah, let me think. What was I going to say? Anything else on that topic? Yeah, so it's like you just get better. Also, you do need to capture content because people do not think about that for some reason, which is why, part of why I collaborated with my photographer friend, who is equally as ambitious and hungry as I am, and yeah, like that's part of it. it's like you gotta find where your weaknesses are. Personally, while it would be cool to like do all of the photography stuff, it's the same reason why like I stopped taking dance classes for now. Is like it's fun, but every moment that I'm dancing, I'm not making music. So like there's multiple paths to get to what you want. Salsa is fun. Like if one of your goals is to like, you know, meet more girls or something, is like you can take salsa. But like if you're in your soul like a musician and you already have this there, like and like you can go and like still have fun and learn the music or whatever, but like if you're just doing it for like a purpose that isn't something you just inherently enjoy and like you would do solo, I don't know. Or, well, that's kind of not fair because, like, dancing isn't really, like, a solo thing. And, honestly, it is fun. I don't know. On one hand, like, you should kind of have, like, invest more. Basically, you should invest in, like, what brings you joy, I would say. So, and, like, genuine joy. So, over time. Yeah, that last part wasn't really well thought out, but, yeah, it's like if something that you like gets you the same results as another path that you don't like as much, just like take the path you like or like that you want to get better at and would do regardless of any end results. So yeah, either way, I think there's a thing for that. So you should think about content and content distribution. Part of why I also have a Reddit strategy that I'm working on. Let's see, anything else? On the music production side, I improved an FL Studio template that I worked on. So now every time I open up FL, I learned how to make defaults, like a default template. So here, Now every time I open up FL, I have like my favorite piano VST, or my favorite so far with Serum, a Reese bass, and like some kicks and claps and stuff. So yeah, I learned how to do that. It does look American. That was actually accidental. Just piano I thought should be white, bass should be kind of dark blue, purplish, and then because it's recording, I just made vocals red, and it just happened to look kind of red, white, and blue, which I will admit is not only that. So, you know, I think it's French too. Either way, I could be wrong about that. So, yeah, but you need a lot of time and mental clarity for that, and quite frankly, I do need to focus on earning and performing. But with music production, I pretty much do it when I have inspiration. Though I did for the first time record my friend yesterday, who she had an idea for a song, and because she's at the gym and she runs the what is it, cycling, like fitness cycling classes, whatever, and yeah, so and I do like making fun songs. Like I have one called OMMC that I made with my with a friend of mine, and it's amazing. Yeah, I need to make either the album art or whatever, and I do want to post it because while it is a fun song, it's kind of vulgar, not in English, so it is kind of safe there. But in Japanese, it's a little bit vulgar. it's funny though. So, and it's basically fully in Japanese, so that's fun. Yeah, so I think that's basically all. Yeah, I do want to collaborate more with my friend Kenny, and I'm kind of I'm taking super small steps with music production, but I am putting a lot of my time in music and content and software as well. And I have a lot of ideas for educational videos too. So yeah, I think there's a lot of ways for these things to work. And now I'm just inching more and more to make these income rivers actually a thing and have them flow a lot easier. So yeah, it's all a funnel. It's all just nature and the moving of money and time and skill. And anyways, let's see. I didn't talk about the relationship side. There is a girl that I do have a crush on, and yeah, I think she's amazing. Let's see. Really good singer too. Anything else there? I have been investing in my friendships a lot more. Yeah, so I'm good friends, or new, but I see potential for a lot of friendships with another drummer. My Kenny calls also help keep me sane, so he is Echo's Embrace, and he is an epic, super talented musical artist, or music producer. Well, yeah, that's the same thing basically. If you make music, then you're an artist. So yeah, he's a very talented artist as well, and in a electronic space. And we collabed on a song. There's my friend Johnny, who's fucking epic at guitar. He's really good at specifically blues, and he knows a lot about music theory and proper positioning. I actually gave up on guitar because I just knew I wasn't gonna master it, but he kind of re-inspired me, and now that I have a little bit better of an understanding of music theory, I think that's pretty cool. Anything else here? Let's see. Yeah, last night was a lot of fun, and I actually connected with my friend Jack more as well, so that was cool. Got to chat there. My friend Hugo is awesome. He runs an open mic, and I see him a lot. Let's see. Yeah, I have a lot of friends here now, so it's pretty fun, and some that go to gym. It's yeah, everything's pretty much good on that front. Also, like, my relationship with myself is getting a lot better, so I'm becoming more and more the person I know that I can be, reaching my potential and whatnot. That takes a lot of conscious effort and thinking, so I'm proud of that. And of the action as well. So, like, it's in fact, I would say, like, as soon as you have clarity and you know what to do, like, do everything you know to do and then think. Like, just keep doing. Nothing gets done when you're not working or haven't automated or delegated something. So until that happens, you gotta work. You gotta work. You gotta think clearly, have ideas, set yourself up to capture lightning is my best way. Like, literally, that might be my best advice. So whether you're learning a skill, whether you're building a template, whatever, is like, make it as easy as possible for you to execute. For you to execute your ideas. That's the winning formula. Whether that's through collaboration, whether it's just through, like, it's all positioning yourself better. So position yourself better to win at everything you can, and that will be it can pay dividends. Let's see. If we're going up Maslow's hierarchy, what about self-esteem? Well, we kind of talked about that with everything else. Is like, you do that through skills and working on yourself long enough, and taking risks, actions, and I mean, like, calculated, like, risks. So you got to work with the cards you got. Otherwise, you're just might be wasting time. And then actualization. I guess self-actualization is kind of what I'm talking about with the lightning bottle thing. It's like, you just slowly keep pushing for that, and make sure you're improving. If you could get a level of stability, that's good. You can find your purpose, your ikigai, as what is that guy's name? The guy who he has like a $2,500 course that I found for like $14. I forgot his name, but he has the Constant OS course. So, funny guy. But fuck, $2,500, dude. I don't know. Like, that's crazy. Anything else? Like, that's just a lot of money if, like, you haven't made it yet. I feel like, or like for like a person who, like, wants to get there but isn't. It's like, let them make that money first, then pay you. It's kind of like the pirate route. So, yep. Anyways, I do suppose that is everything, and I've exhausted what I have to share. So, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, maybe you listen to this as like a podcast or whatever, but hope you enjoyed it if you did listen. If no one watched, okay, it was useful for me because now I get to see my own perspective. So, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Until next time, bye for now. Beep.